Welcome to our comprehensive guide on understanding different types of data and their levels of measurement. We'll cover the basics of qualitative and quantitative data and delve into the levels of measurement. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of these concepts and how they apply in real-world scenarios. Oh, why is it important to understand different types of data? First, accurate data interpretation. When you know what type of data you're dealing with, you can interpret it correctly. Second, effective data analysis. Different types of data require different analytical methods, and knowing the type helps you choose the right method. Third, informed decision-making. Whether you're in business, healthcare, education, or any other field, making decisions based on the correct interpretation of data is crucial. Misinterpreting data can lead to poor decisions and unintended consequences. Data can be broadly categorized into two types, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative data is descriptive and often subjective, while quantitative data is numerical and objective. Each type has its own methods of collection, analysis, and interpretation. Let's take a closer look at each one, starting with qualitative data. Qualitative data is descriptive and non-numerical. It provides insights into the underlying reasons, opinions, and motivations behind a phenomenon. For instance, interviews are a common method of collecting qualitative data. They allow for in-depth exploration of participants' perspectives. Open-ended survey responses also provide qualitative data by allowing respondents to express their thoughts in their own words. Observations, where researchers record behaviors and events, offer another source of qualitative data. This type of data is invaluable for understanding complex issues and generating hypotheses. Quantitative data, on the other hand, is numerical and measurable. It is used to quantify attitudes, opinions, behaviors, and other defined variables. For example, surveys with rating scales provide quantitative data by assigning numerical values to respondents' answers. Experiments, where variables are manipulated and measured, also produce quantitative data. Census data, which involves collecting information from an entire population, is another example. Quantitative data is essential for statistical analysis and helps in identifying patterns, testing hypotheses, and making predictions. To further understand data, it's important to know the four levels of measurement: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. These levels, proposed by psychologist Stanley Smith Stevens, provide a framework for understanding the nature of data and determining the appropriate statistical methods for analysis. Each level builds on the previous one, adding more information and allowing for more complex analysis. Let's start with the most basic level, nominal. Nominal level data categorizes without any order. This means the data consists of names, labels, or categories that do not have a specific order or ranking. For example, gender is a nominal variable with categories such as male, female, and non-binary. Race is another example, with categories like Asian, Black, White, and so on. Blood type is also nominal, with categories like A, B, AB, and O. These categories are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive, meaning each data point can only belong to one category and every data point belongs to one category. Ordinal level data involves categories with a specific order or ranking. Unlike nominal data, ordinal data not only categorizes, but also orders the data. However, the intervals between the categories are not necessarily equal. For example, socioeconomic status can be categorized as low, middle, and high. Education levels can be ordered as high school, bachelor's degree, master's degree, and doctorate. Customer satisfaction ratings can range from very unsatisfied to very satisfied. While we know the order, the difference between the categories isn't quantifiable. Interval-level data has ordered categories with equal intervals between them, but no true zero point. This means that while the differences between values are meaningful, there is no absolute zero that indicates the absence of the quantity being measured. For instance, temperature measured in Celsius or Fahrenheit is an interval variable. The difference between 20 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius is the same as the difference between 30 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius, but 0 degrees Celsius does not mean the absence of temperature. IQ scores are another example. The intervals between scores are consistent, but there is no zero IQ. Ratio level data has ordered categories with equal intervals and a true 0 point. This type of data allows for a full range of statistical operations, including multiplication and division. Examples include height, where 0 height represents the absence of height. Weight is another example, with 0 weight indicating the absence of weight. Age is also a ratio variable, as 0 age signifies no age. Ratio data is the most informative and versatile level of measurement, enabling the widest range of statistical analyses. Here is a summary table of the levels of measurement and their properties. Nominal data categorizes, ordinal data adds an order to categories, interval data includes equal intervals, and ratio data has all these properties plus a true 0. This table helps clarify the unique characteristics of each measurement level. Classifying data correctly is essential for accurate analysis, using appropriate statistical methods, and drawing reliable conclusions. Misclassifying data can lead to incorrect analysis and potentially misleading results. For instance, treating ordinal data as interval data can lead to erroneous conclusions, as the intervals between categories are not equal. By understanding the type and level of data, you ensure that you are using the right methods and tools, leading to more reliable and valid conclusions. Let's look at some practical examples and real-world applications to see how these concepts are used in practice. Understanding the type and level of data helps in various fields. In market research, both qualitative and quantitative data are crucial. Qualitative data is often collected through focus groups and interviews, providing insights into consumer behaviors and preferences. For example, a company might conduct focus groups to understand why customers prefer one brand over another. Interviews with customers can reveal detailed information about their experiences and satisfaction levels. On the other hand, quantitative data is gathered through surveys with rating scales, allowing the company to measure customer satisfaction, brand awareness, and market share. Sales data provides numerical evidence of performance. Together, these data types give a comprehensive view of the market. In medical research, different levels of measurement are used to collect and analyze data. For instance, nominal data includes blood type, which categorizes patients into groups like A, B, AB, and O. Ordinal data might involve a pain scale, where patients rate their pain as mild, moderate, or severe. This helps doctors understand the intensity of the pain, but does not measure the exact difference between levels. Temperature is an example of interval data. The difference between temperatures is consistent, but there is no true 0. Finally, dosage of medication is ratio data, as it has a true 0 and equal intervals. Understanding these levels helps medical professionals analyze data accurately and provide appropriate treatment. To conclude, we've covered the essentials of qualitative and quantitative data and the levels of measurement: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Each type and level of data has its own characteristics and appropriate methods for analysis. Understanding these concepts is fundamental for anyone working with data, ensuring accurate interpretation, analysis, and decision-making. We encourage you to delve deeper into these topics and apply this knowledge in your own work or studies. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, we appreciate your interest in this topic and hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.